Next time you are at IKEA, grab a picture frame, but not for what you think. Flip it over and carefully pull up the tabs with a knife. Then remove all the parts. Then tape your printed art to the back of the card using decorative tape. Place the white frame on top, ensure it is aligned, and push the tabs down to finish the first piece. Grab a second frame and take it apart the same way. But this time, cover the back panel with peel and stick wallpaper, smoothing out any wrinkles. On the white frame, drill pilot holes on the top for hooks and 2 holes on the sides to insert a 1/4-inch wooden dowel. Glue a wooden strip to the inner sides and create an earring insert by wrapping a foam board strip in wallpaper and making 1/4-inch deep cuts along the top edge. To assemble, glue a 1-inch wood strip to the bottom to create a small exterior shelf. Then secure the modified frame to the backing with the tabs. Finally, install hinges to connect the art frame on top of the storage frame and mount it to the wall using the back hanger or keyhole hardware. Outside, it looks like a regular art frame, but inside, a hidden storage for my earrings, jewelry, makeup products, or even shelves if you add them. To make shelves, I used a few paint sticks and scrap wood. Glue them together and onto the frame and backing. Also added hooks. Perfect for your bathroom as a small medicine cabinet or just a stylish hidden organizer. Seriously, you have got a gorgeous art and hidden storage.
A trip to IKEA for the sauna frames, and I grabbed 2 in the 19-inch square size. Inside the frame itself is an inner shadow box structure meant to hold 3D items. Inside the frame itself is an inner shadow box structure meant to hold 3D items. Back at home, I took the frames apart to start on the brackets. Where to cut was easy to find by setting the shadow box frame inside the main frame and marking it with a pencil. Once trimmed to fit snugly and a little measuring for placement, I then attached them directly to the inside of the main frame using wood glue. Grabbed a couple of small clamps to hold everything together until the glue was set. Once the brackets were secure, I slid the 2 full frames together and glued them with wood glue. Just for peace of mind and extra sturdiness, I also added a few screws through the underside of the lower frame into the upper one. And that's all it took to create this great project, but let's dress it up a bit and customize it. Knowing the corner I was hanging this wall mount magazine rack in is typically dim, I added a battery-powered pendant light in the top section. All I needed to do here was drill a small hole in the top, feed the pull string through, and tie a knot so it stays put. Simple, but it gives off a nice subtle warm glow. To elevate the look, I used a peel and stick linen textured fabric on the bracket faces. It gives everything a soft, slightly textured finish, visually quiet, but purposefully designed. Just enough contrast to be interesting. Mounting to the wall was straightforward. I made custom dowel pegs by cutting some scrap square dowel down to size and adding hanger bolts into the ends. The frame itself just rests on top of those pegs. No visible brackets, no overcomplicated mounting hardware. Functionally, the shelves are perfect for slim items like magazines, books. It's decorative, but it's also useful and practical and fits near anywhere.
Next time you're at IKEA, shop for 2 Rodalm picture frames. Take one of the large frames and decide on some artwork for it. It could be a piece of actual wall art or a piece of craft paper that you like. I chose a scrap piece of wallpaper. Cut the paper to fit behind the frame's mat and attach it to the back of the mat with painter's tape. Once the image is attached, reassemble the entire frame. Remove all the pieces from the second frame of the same size, so you are left with only the frame itself. Now stack the 2 frames on top of each other with the wall art facing out. Take 2 small hinges and align them on the side of the 2 stacked frames. Take a drill and drill pilot holes in the holes of the hinges on one of the frames. Attach the hinge with a screw and screwdriver. Restack the frames and realign the hinges. Drill pilot holes on the other frame and connect the frames by screwing in the screws. Now take a small L bracket and line it up with the top underside of the bottom empty frame. Again, drill a pilot hole and then attach the L bracket with a screwdriver. Hang the frame box on the wall using the L bracket. Open the front frame and attach clear adhesive hooks to the wall behind the empty frame. From these hooks, you can hang keys, small tools, or even decorative objects you want to keep safe. No one will know that you have secret organization behind your framed art.
40 years ago, my grandma painted this wonderful painting, and I want it to last forever and make it a keepsake. Now we're going to start on one corner of the painting, and we're going to go to all 4 corners. We've got to measure so we can build our frame around the back. On the top, it's 19 inches, and what we're going to need is 2 pieces. We've got to cut these at a 45-degree angle to match the bevel of the painting. So we start with one end, cut it, measure the 19 inches, and we're going to also cut a 45-degree corner on that piece. Remember, we got to cut 2 pieces. Once you get it cut, check to make sure it's nice and 45 degrees with all of it. Now it's time for the nails. I love using air guns, and so the nails had to be just enough to go through them all. Easy to use, just load them in the gun, and then we're going to put some glue on all the ends. Nails work great, but the glue is also going to make it strong. Put all the corners together, and as you can see, they line up really nice, especially if you cut them right in the beginning. So we're going to use the nail gun, and we're going to do all the corners. You can use 2 or 3 into each side, but once you get it together and the glue dries, it's going to make it super strong. Now it's time to put some shelves in. I want to put one piece right up the middle, cut it, put it in, and then we're going to build 2 little shelves. Hold these together with some brad nails also. We're going to go ahead and sand it. Sanding is a great way for the stain to go ahead and penetrate the wood, and you can get rid of all the lettering on this board. This is a 1x3, so the painting won't stick out too far from the wall. Once you get it sanded up, it's time to stain. Go ahead and choose the color that closely matches the frame color that you're going to put this on. Once you do it, go ahead and use a brush, or I like to use a towel. I can dip it, and it goes a lot farther than using a brush. Also, if it gets too thick or too thin, I can just wipe on more or less. If you have any excess stain, make sure you wipe it off. Now it's time to get some hinges. I wanted to use some decorative hinges, and what I'm going to do on the frame is mark it and drill it out. It takes the screws better, and I won't worry about splitting the wood. When we put them on, if you pre-drill and you do it with the right size drill bit, you don't have to use the drill to put the screws on. You can just use a screwdriver. Now once it's on the frame, go ahead and drop it on the frame right there, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing and drill it out. Put the screws in. Once you get them nice and tight, it's time to put that hanger back on. Just go ahead and nail those little nails right in, and then we can hang it on the wall. Once it's hung up, now we've got the shelves in, and it makes a great location for all your keepsakes, especially for me, anything that has to do with my grandmother. This thing will make a wonderful keepsake, and it's something that I can pass down from generation to generation. I can't wait to give it to one of my daughters someday. And the great thing, it's a great showpiece. From the front, it looks absolutely great, and on the side, it doesn't stick too far from the wall. I hope you enjoyed this DIY project as much as I did making it. Thank you for watching Home Talk, and we'll see you next time.